So this is what happens when you don't check out a car before the auction and you gamble on it. Oh crap. So this is the point of the video where I ask you for the sympathy like. What's up guys, I am here today doing another auction day video. I know a lot of you like this. If you want me to do another one of these, it's going to be up to you. I think I got 700 likes on the one I did last week. If we get to 1,500 likes on this one, then I'll do another one either next week or the week after that. But just want to let you know I am at an Adesa auction, so I'm going to show you some of the facility right here. It's a huge facility. They're only running 500 cars. Just for context, remember the auction that I ran last week, ran about 200 cars. They work out of a 400 square foot office. So if that tells you anything about the cash burn for Carvana right now. So I don't know if I just said it, but Carvana owns Adesa, and I'm probably going to cut out right here because there's an airplane coming through. So the reason why I'm hitting this auction today, it's really two reasons. I am coming here because the other auction that I did last Thursday morning that I like, they don't have enough cars to run this week. You know, inventories are down and it is tough on auctions right now. So there's some weeks that they don't even run. And reason two, in light of all the events that have happened with Carvana in the last week, I thought it might be good to come here and get some footage for a Carvana video that I want to do just to show the cash burn that they're having. So I'm really doing two videos today, but I'm going to take you along just to take you on two auctions with me today, just like I did last week. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off the day right here and go into this Adesa auction. And really, I hope I don't, I've got like 4 or 5 cars on the list to even look at. I honestly don't want to buy anything at this auction. What worries me about these Adesa auctions now is that because Carvana is seeking options for bankruptcy, I think Adesa could be an asset that they could easily liquidate. They're going to lose their butts on it because of what they paid for it. But and if a sale does happen, if any kind of assets are frozen, if I have cars that I'll buy that titles are kind of held up, then there's a potential that I could buy a car. I could buy 5 or 6 cars here, spend $10,000-$15,000, and then my titles are just kind of in limbo until they do something with either the sale of a facility, or if they have to just freeze any kind of asset. So I don't really want to buy anything here, but if there's something that's a deal, I'll get it. But I'm kind of honestly hoping that I don't buy anything here. I know that sounds weird, but I'm more here for the video about Carvana than I am for buying cars. So but I'll still take you along now. So I'm not sure if you guys can hear me or not over the auctioneers, but so this is the facility that they're running these few amount of cars through. This is the money that is spent on this auction that's only running 400 cars for the lanes. So big time cash burn. I mean, it's obvious, but just to show you some perspective. Alright, so now we're out in the lot where they're actually holding all the cars. This is where the cars come from to run through the auction lanes. See, there's a smoker right there. But they're all lined up in these lanes. As you can see, this side, that side, and then they pull them from the lanes and they come into these actual lanes. They're going to run through those garage entrances, and I showed you the facility earlier. They go through there, and that's where they run through. Yep, so they're running in through those doors right there. They'll go up next to the auctioneer. They'll run about a minute long, and then as the auctioneer drops the hammer, closes the bids, then they'll be sold or no sold or if bidded, and then they're taking off. And I brought my camera today to get you some footage of some panning cars, because I know all of you have been complaining about my reusage of all my rolls of the same car. So I'm getting you some different footage today because I am a man of the people and I am tired of hearing you whine. So this is what we're doing today. Like I said, I'm here more for the content and talking about Adesa and Carvana than I actually am here to buy cars. So, but I'll show you the cars that I'm about to check out. I'm not going to go through the checkout process. You've already seen that in the last week's video. But this is actually some nicer stuff, and that's a bank that's running these cars. So these are newer defaults. So that's something interesting to look up. I know I don't follow a lot of the defaults because my market is the cheaper end market, and these don't really fall into that. Well, that one might, but I don't work with the defaults hardly at all, but I pay attention to the repos, like the buy here, pay here stuff. And we got another airplane coming in, so I'm gonna close off here and then bring it back in with the cars that I'm going to check out. Oh, so these are some of the cars that I thought I wanted to check out. So my big problem and why I stopped coming to this Adesa auction is because the quality of car has just fallen off a cliff. So what happened whenever Carvana bought Adesa is that they lost a lot of their franchise dealers because these new car dealers, these franchise dealers, saw Carvana as their enemy, basically. If you can just order a car online and get it delivered to your house, why would you ever go to a dealership? It's too easy. So so what's happened is they've lost a lot of their franchise dealers that bring in trade-ins, and that's the kind of cars I like to buy. The cars that I don't like to buy are cars that people are just trying to throw away. And with this seller right here, this is a seller that I used to buy from quite a bit because they're one of these companies that will just buy your car for any they'll give you an amount no matter what. You bring your car in and they'll give you some money for it. So back when trade-in values were really high, and there's a plane going over the top of me, I'm sorry about that. So back when trade-in values were really high, they were offering these people a lot of money, so they were actually getting some halfway decent cars because people could actually trade in or sell them their cars and get some decent value for them. But now, since prices have tanked on the wholesale side, they're not offering these people any kind of remotely fair value for their cars. So if you have a good car, why would you sell it to them? So this is what we're ending up with now at this auction, and obviously I'm not gonna buy this. I can't do it. I mean, I could, even if I put a hood on it, this car's still trash. But that's what the problem is with this auction, and I'm assuming a lot of Adesa auctions across the country. If I know I've got a lot of dealers that subscribe to the channel and watch these videos, but just give me your 2 cents. If you go to some Adesa auctions, tell me about some of the quality that you're seeing and how much quality the quality has taken a hit since Carvana has bought Adesa. But just to show them, look at, there was 3 of them over there that I had on my list, and I immediately took them off. So I don't know if I'm even going to try to buy anything here, but I'll check out a couple cars, and if we get one here, it's good, but I'm kind of hoping not, just because I don't want to have any kind of title issues if Carvana has any kind of issues here in the upcoming weeks or months about bankruptcy and any kind of asset liquidation. So that's what I'm worried about. So here's a Mazda right here. It doesn't look terrible. I just checked it out. It's got a couple codes. It's got System 2 lean and a Cylinder 1 misfire. I told you a lot in the last video I did on auction day that especially when cars show misfire codes, a lot of these dealers will pull sensors. They'll pull plugs on these cars to make them miss, to potentially make them cheaper to go through auction. So almost every time that I've seen a misfire here in the last couple months, it's just either a coil pack or something's been pulled. So I'm not too worried about that, but might try to get this one. Have to be cheap though. Like I said, I'm worried about title issues here with a Carvana auction. So here's another one I'm going to check out, just to give you guys a reference point of where the market is and where used cars are. That needs a tire. I think it needs a tire on the other side. I used to not buy Ford Fusions, which this is what this is, because I was a little bit scared of their transmission, so I never even look at them. But now, since the inventory's so low, and sorry for the airplane over me again, there it is. when I see a Ford Fusion now, I almost salivate, because I know I can buy them. Not this one, obviously, right here, because that's nasty and rough. But that last Ford Fusion, I'm almost happy to see it, because I know I can buy them. They go for reasonable prices. I can still buy them. We have had some with transmission issues, but now I'm at the point where I'm okay taking the gamble, because just inventory is so low. So it's just funny that 2 years ago I would never even look at a Ford Fusion, but now that inventory is where it's at and we need cars, that I almost get excited about seeing a Ford Fusion that I can potentially buy. So all right, we're gonna check out this one. It's got to be cheap, but we'll see if we can buy it. So here's a different Ford Fusion than the one I showed you earlier, but it just made me laugh because of how loud it was. So hopefully it's going to come through on the audio as loud as it did. I hope you guys can hear that. I hope you can't hear me because of how loud it is, but it's almost comical to be able to crank your car and then that's what happens. So, all right, now on to the next one. So bringing you guys back in, I've got 3 on my list. Like I said, I'm absolutely fine not buying any cars from here today. I kind of hope the prices are high so they don't make me buy them. But going to go in here. So I just walked back out to the truck to drop my code reader off. But going to walk back in here and bid on a few cars, and then we'll be off to the next auction. I'm closer this week than I was last week, so I might actually get to have some lunch this week. It's only about an hour away from the next auction, but it is a little bit later in the day, so should be able to get lunch. But when I bring you guys back, it'll be when I'm leaving this auction, and I'll let you know if I got any, and just hope and pray that I don't buy anything so we don't have any issues down the road. So all right, I'll be right back. I'll take some. Appreciate it. All right, so we did it. We didn't buy any cars, so I'm actually happy about that. So now we're going to get into the truck, head on to the next auction. It's about an hour away, and I've got a little bit of time, so I'm going to get to eat today. Which I brought some beef jerky and a granola bar if I didn't have time, but today we actually get to sit down and eat, so that's nice. So I'll see you guys in the next auction. Another plane's coming in, so see you in just a minute. Oh yes, and forgot to mention, we actually did what we set out to do today, and that's get you guys some more stock footage of cars at auction. So you can whine a little bit less for about 2 weeks, and then start whining again, and then I'll get some more. So I got you some new footage, and that's what we were trying to do today, and we did it. So good job, me, because you're not doing anything, you're just watching and whining. So you're the worst kind of this is the worst partnership ever. It's like a horrible non-profit organization for both of us, and I'm still talking. I don't know why you're still watching, but I appreciate it. But just, if you are still watching, please subscribe. So if you just made it through that talk, then I have plenty of those, and you can subscribe and like this video, and you'll get more of this. So if you want more of this, subscribe. So I'm not to the truck yet, so I'm still talking. This is filler, I'm sorry. And here's the truck. So see you in the next auction. All right, so we made it to this auction, got to get some lunch, so that was good. Just like last week, this is the same auction from the afternoon. So actually we go and we're gonna look at these cars down here. Looks like they have a run of about 150, so a little bit less than last week, but they took the week off before for Thanksgiving, so I was expecting less cars. 150 is actually pretty good for this auction. If they have anything over about 125, then I can usually get quite a few cars. So I want to see what kind of cars we have. Hopefully some cheaper stuff this week, but here's what it looks like for the lot. I'm gonna go check out some cars and then bring you back in just a little bit. This auction just has a few cool cars just sitting in the lane. None of these are for sale. We're going to run through the auction, so don't ask me what they bring because they're not running, but just wanted to let you guys see kind of what's on either side of the lane. All right, what is up, team? Not looking good. I've only got a few on my list. They had like 150 out there, but not a lot for us. A bunch of stuff in the higher end, and I'm not gonna buy it. So if prices are good, I'm hoping to get 2 or 3. I would call that a win for today. I'll probably look at some that maybe I didn't check out. I don't like gambling on cars, but we need cars, and Alex can fix anything. So if I buy a turd, then he can fix it. So that's what the game plan is going in. But if I don't get any, it's okay. Some days we just strike out, and that's going to happen. We had a good week last week. When we get back to the shop, I'll show you the inventory levels we have right now, because they're actually the best that we've had all year, with the exception of piling up for tax time last year. I mean, this past tax time. So still trying to stock up, but today's not looking good. So I'll bring it back in when the auction is done. So I want to show you guys something. I just bought this 2010 Mazda. Looks good, right? And it actually goes through the lane like this, and I am standing on this side. So this is the side that I see of it, and I actually didn't check out this car before it ran through, and I thought it was going cheap. So, you know, I was like, I bought a lot of these Mazdas, I'll gamble on it, whatever, and I bought it. So I'm going to show you right now what happens when you do not check out cars before the sale and you just gamble on it and blindly bid on it. Oh crap. So this is the point in the video where I ask you for a sympathy like on it. So yeah, so this is what you get whenever you do not check out cars. Not the first time I've done it, and funny enough, not funny enough for me, but funny for you, I bought a Tahoe one time, and I bought it, and same thing happened. I didn't check it out before the auction, and I just saw it on this side. That's going really cheap. I don't understand why it's going cheap. Well, I bought it, and then I went out and checked it just like I did this car, and the whole side was smashed in. It was even missing like the back door on it. So it's funny now, was not funny then, but luckily I have a buddy who is a body manager at Toyota, so he's already got me a bumper on order. So that's what connections will do for you. But yeah, my team will get to yell at me when I get back and talk to them about it. But all right, so I'm gonna walk towards this way. I'm gonna show you one of the cars that I just bought. I got 3 total. This right here is a Scion. It's a 2008. So it looks pretty good. Luckily, I actually checked this car out before I bought it. But it's a 2008 Scion, and I paid $2,800 for it. And this one right here is the last one I bought. It's a 2005 Lexus RX 300. I paid more than what I typically like to pay, but it's a nice car, and we sell these really well. I paid $3,600 for it, so we'll have to put $5,000 on it. I don't like that. I'm trying to get in that $35,000 to $4,000 range, but sometimes you just gotta pay up, and if it's nice, we can still sell it. But just not in the range that I like to be. But like I said, we can move it. All right, so we're all done. We got 3 and 1 if. It's actually one of the ifs that I got last week. If you watched the video from last week, they no-sold it and ran it again this week, and I bid the same amount that I did last week and was the high bidder. So a lot of times if they run in a couple weeks and it doesn't sell and it keeps bringing the same amount of money, then they'll sell it to me. But we got 3, and they'll call me later about the if. But right now we're going to head an hour back to the shop. And if you hang out, I will get some more footage of the puppy. I know a lot of you liked that last week, but I'm gonna do the cool little snappy thing. Ready? I think I did it right. All right, I wanted to bring you guys back in, just show you some of our inventory. We've actually got quite a bit now. This is all the stuff that's in our pipeline. I showed a similar thing last week. We got a lot of those cars out, so I wanted to show you guys what we actually have in our inventory right now. All these cars are for sale. We just put them out. They're just not priced yet. You see some prices on some cars. Most of the cars we got right now are between $4,000 and $5,000. I don't like that, and stuff that we're getting in right now is a little bit cheaper. So what we're going to have to do, I did a video on this earlier this week, is we're going to have to lower our prices. And the reason we have to do that is because the stuff that we have new is coming in is going to be $3,000, $3,500, so it's going to be competing with this stuff that we have on the lot already. And that means the older stuff's not going to sell. So something like this Camry right here, it's nice, and I think we can probably sell it for $5,000, but it's going to sit here forever if I bring another Camry that's just like it in, and I can price it for $4,000, $4,500. So what we'll probably do is just across the board is knock down our prices probably somewhere around $500 and see if we can move, because we've been slow, and we want to have a lot for tax time. We've got like 90 cars right now, which is good. We haven't had that since tax time earlier this year, but I want to have about 150. But we still got to sell some cars, still got to pay some bills, so we're going to lower our prices, see if we can start moving some. All right, the moment everyone's been waiting for, here she is. Get out there so we see you. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? I know. Have you been good today? Get out there so we see you. I know. You want me to hold you? All right, guys, thank you for all the support. No long day going to auctions, but if you want to see more videos like this, like I said earlier, we got to hit some likes, because it's tough to film and buy cars and do all this stuff in one day. So if we hit 1,500 likes on this video, what I'll do is I'll do another one the week after, whenever we hit that those likes. But I enjoy doing this. It's just a lot of work. Please subscribe to the channel, and thank you guys for all your support. I really appreciate it.